Chuck E. Cheese Obama. That's what they're calling him. Apparently, he decided to go on CNN again to ring the bell. And of course, you know, the Democrats want chaos in the streets because 42 million people are going to be without their EBT and SNAP benefits. And you know that he is going on CNN to, again, ring the bell. But shout out to CNN because their ratings probably dwindled so bad after the election that they have to shift more to the middle. Unfortunately for Hakeem Jeffries, that is bad news for Democrats because they are being confronted with video clips of how hypocritical they've been. Now, again, are you guys ready for what's coming on November 1st? I don't think America is ready. If this government is still shut down in about 2 days, well, you know what's coming to the streets. You know what's coming. And that's what the Democrats want. They want it to happen under Trump because they hate him so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, she plays the video clip. She plays the audio and clip at the same time. Make sure to smash the like button. Check out how Hakeem Jeffries he's just stupid.
Before you were the House Minority Leader, there was a government shutdown back in 2013. It was Republicans who would not vote to fund the government at that time. I want to listen to something you had to say then.
We're in the midst of a government shutdown right now that is unnecessarily forcing pain on the American people. It's a shutdown that was manufactured by the House GOP that has resulted in a situation where Americans all across this country have now been put in jeopardy. That's a tragedy of epic proportions.
I wonder what Hakeem Jeffries of today would say to the Hakeem Jeffries of 2013 who had that message in terms of wanting.
Yo, all these people have shifted. Trump has made these people so crazy that everything they've ever believed in, they're willing to throw it out the window because they hate Trump so much and they're losing so much. They've lost complete confidence in their own party that when they see these clips, and I see these clips, I just think, wow, everything has changed from these people.
I wonder what Hakeem Jeffries of today would say to the Hakeem Jeffries of 2013 who had that message in terms of wanting to pass a clean CR so Congress could get back to work.
Well, the Hakeem Jeffries of today definitively agrees with the Hakeem Jeffries of yesterday from the standpoint of, listen, we've said to Republicans, get to the negotiating table. We want to find a bipartisan path forward. We want to reopen the government. We are standing by hardworking federal employees, but we need a partner in that effort. But we don't have a partner. Literally, Donald Trump, over the last 29 days, has spent more time talking to Hamas and to the Chinese Communist Party than to Democrats on Capitol Hill who represent half the country. And that's extraordinary in and of itself. And we've said we will pass a spending bill that's bipartisan, that makes life better for the American people. What we will not do is support continued Republican efforts to rip health care away from everyday Americans.
You were asked today if you will defer your paycheck during the shutdown. Obviously, a lot of federal workers, TSA agents are going without paychecks. Have you made a decision on that yet, sir?
What, first of all, did he just say that Trump was talking to Hamas? That's the response these people give when... That's the response Democrats give, right? All of them. When a president goes to look for peace, a peace that they couldn't get when they had control of the House, the White House. So what's the real story there? You're just lying about Trump? That's all you can go to because you know that the other side, that the left hates Trump so much that they're willing to believe whatever you give them. That's what I've come to. I've argued with so many people about this. Friends in my direct messages constantly telling me they're going to choose to believe it. You know how many election deniers there have been now? The party that called you election deniers for denying the 2020 election and all this and all of that, they have turned into that. And now she's asking him, will you defer your paycheck? Because, hey, guess what? These people are still getting paid. These government officials, the congressmen and women, the Senate, they're getting paid. Let's see what his answer is. I'm very interested to see if he's actually willing to defer his payments.
Americans.
You were asked today if you will defer your paycheck during the shutdown. Obviously, a lot of federal workers, TSA agents are going without paychecks. Have you made a decision on that yet, sir?
I'll be commenting on that shortly, but I understand the sacrifice that people are making, including Capitol Police officers here, and I'm going to conduct myself accordingly, given that sacrifice.
So that sounds like a yes, that you will defer your paycheck.
Well, I have more to say about that shortly, but I think consistent with the values that I just articulated.
Oh my God. This guy is full of shit. No way. So you're not going to defer your paycheck? I mean, how is that a no? But that should be a no-brainer. Oh man. It's like I hope Democrats watch these videos. I hope Democrats understand what is happening here. This guy just panicked. He just panicked in front of the world and said, you know what? I'll think about it. I'll think about it. You know what? I don't think these people deserve my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to make sure chaos is the street, but they can't get my money. I ain't going to defer my payments. It's crazy. It's wild that he's not even willing to do it live on air. That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. So things get even crazier, right? Because John Thune, he had a moment. He had a big moment. Right? He had a big moment exposing the Hakeem Jeffries of the world. He had a big moment exposing Chuck Schumer. And we got to talk about this moment that went viral of John Thune out of South Dakota on the House floor. Take a listen.
We've tried to do that 13 times. And you voted no 13 times. This isn't a political game. These are real people's lives that we're talking about. And you all have just figured out 29 days in that, there might be some consequences. There are people who are running out of money. Yeah, we're 29 days in. And they've done their best to make sure that a lot of these programs are funded. But at some point, the government runs out of money. 13 times, people over here voted to fund SNAP. 13 times they voted to fund WIC. My aching back. Finally realized this thing has consequences. Well, you know what? What Democrats are doing here, they're making plans to keep the shutdown going.
Heard that. John Thune goes absolutely scorched earth on the Democrats and the fact that they're, again, trying to leverage this shutdown that, it's so wild because I actually got to go to CNN and as to how they melted down about this, about the fact that the way he torched the Democrats was so bad that CNN began to, the panel, a woman on the panel, I don't even know who this woman is, she began to melt down. Take a listen.
Oh, it's a beautiful performance.
It's not a performance.
It is a performance.
It's not a performance.
Frank,
I know him.
You are not talking.
I know
I
him.
am talking.
No, I'm talking.
No, I was answering
Tell
the question.
the truth.
You need to not be
Tell
rude and let
the
me
truth.
finish the answer.
And tell the truth.
I want to hear from both of you.
Don't you dare accuse me of lying.
John Thune, I know John Thune,
Well,
he was not a performance.
Hold on a second. I hear you both. I want to hear from all of you. Start your response, please. If you want to interject at that point, please do. But I want to hear you say. And if you're not being truthful, I'm sure they'll take you to task.
Yes. I felt like that was a performance. What I was going to say is right after that, the Republicans blocked a measure that was put forward by Democrats that would have actually said, let's go ahead and put some money into SNAP.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So was he lying or was he not lying? Does he really mean what he says? When he says that the Democrats keep lying about this narrative, the narrative that things are about to change in America. Because we know that for a fact, when these people in the United States of America are without, again, SNAP benefits, what's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? I want to play this video by Speaker Johnson ringing the bell on the 29th day of, again, the government shutdown. I'm going to leave you guys with this video. I thought this video was super, super, super duper important. Take a listen.
March. Chuck Schumer voted for the clean CR, the same measure that's on the floor now. He did the right thing, and he went on the floor of the Senate, and he gave an impassioned speech of why we could never inflict all this pain on the American people. He meant it from his heart, and he was consistent in what he had done over his 44 years in Congress, always voting to fund the government. But when he did the right thing in March, he received an onslaught of criticism from the far left base and the Democrat Party. He almost lost his job. Many of you wrote about it. He was in jeopardy of not winning his next reelection. That's how serious it was. So Chuck Schumer got a bunch of consultants and staff in a back room, and they concocted a plan, a political stunt. And they determined right then that the next time there was a funding measure, no matter how meritorious and no matter how much it would cause pain to the American people, that he would vote against it. He would show a fight to President Trump so he could save his political skin. It's exactly what happened. He did this so he could prove to his base that he's showing a fight. And as a result of this charade, he has brought the Democrats to their lowest point in decades. Literally, the Democratic Party has its lowest approval rating. Democrats in Congress have their lowest approval rating ever in the history of polling.